Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They give it to him again.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Off play action. Right on the money. Still on his feet at the 45. Flying down the left side. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. To the ground with the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to him again. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Red pass, it's complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
The Tigers are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
From the gun, the running back has it. Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Marshall quick to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Wants to adjust the pattern. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive this guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, well, I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down.
Yeah, and really nice job by the defender. Listen, a curl route's hard to defend. It's hard to get in front of that guy because he's curling back to the quarterback, but he did a good job not getting pass interference, getting around his body, and knocking the ball to the ground.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. It's complete.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He gets it past the chains, and it'll be a 1st down for Marshall. With all those receivers in the game, you might think they were getting ready to try to take a big shot. Instead, just efficiently moving the chains.
Yeah, you got all that speed. It scares the mess out of me. I might give you more of a cushion, especially in some areas where you're going to get good matchups of safeties or linebackers on receivers. Nice execution by the offense, getting the free 1st down.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Wants to keep it in the air. Caught near the sideline. It's Sims. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. Marshall now lines up trying to convert on 3rd and short. Off the play fake. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Working the big fella to the corner. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Marshall! I mean, seriously, what do you do against this guy? He is everything you want in a quarterback.
And you can prepare for him all week, and you can put a wide receiver at quarterback to be scout team, but you just can't replicate a guy that can buy time, scramble around, break tackles, and then all of a sudden chuck the ball down the field and make you pay. Just too elite of a playmaker. You just got to find a way to get him on the ground early when you get those opportunities.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
These offensive scripts on both sides have been masterpieces as they are going up and down the field in the first. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. He unleashes a long one. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by 7 over Tulane. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. This drive will open from the 15. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Snap to the back. Moving out of the pocket. Complete to the right. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Quarterback may change this route. Off the play fake on first down. Gonna let it fly. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this gonna go? They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being fit.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He's going to let it go. Makes the grab plenty for the first down. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Marshall quick to the line. So they gamble on fourth down in the first half, and man, does it pay off.
Fourth and long. I mean, what just fourth and short? Nowadays, man, so much aggression in college football. And how about right there? Fourth down and long, no problem. I got this in the first half.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught, close to the marker, it's Sims. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on third down. He'll set up to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Bringing it out. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try. Breaks into the open. The 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Auburn. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. From the shotgun, they'll run it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Marshall quick to the line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
The Thundering Herd needing a ton of ground to get it to that first down marker. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got it. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the catch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Making side adjustments here. Motion from the wideout. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a 1st down in the red zone at the 11.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those 1st downs. Get those big chunks.
Out of the backfield, he's open. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurd!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer.
Guys, Washington State and UW have been battling for all the apples since 1963. Here's an update. Washington State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Cougs ever do that? All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The give to the back. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The play action fake. Looking for a deep man. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Auburn!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quarterback extends the play. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Bringing it back. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Trying play action. Dances away. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
It's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. They'll immediately call timeout.
I'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Finds his big tight end. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Got his man on the right. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Trying to pound it in. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Now the play fake. Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Here's the give off the left side. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on first down. He fires one deep over the middle. It's caught downfield. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. In the Wildcat, let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap to the back. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcats.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Back has it. Fires left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. Surging forward on the sneak. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. He has been unstoppable. The ultimate dual threat, positively Cam-tastic.
And that dude was just so incredible to watch, and that's what he's putting on display. He's looking like that. Just whatever he wants to do, it's working, and this Auburn offense is cooking.
42, Marshall, 17.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
He'll keep it himself. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Moving away from pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. This time it's complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Thundering Herd faces a 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
So here comes the Auburn offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
There he goes. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Lining up for the PAT. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. San Jose State has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Old Spartan Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Cal. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Brings it in down the left side. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Right down the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, I like the aggressive nature by the quarterback there. He's trying to take a shot down the field. Just a better play by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Turning it on.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Oh, it's a reverse. They couldn't get anybody to bite on that one, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections. But the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead. And a lot of times for a loss and put the offense in a bind.
Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Got his man to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better check.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And you watch the right defensive end get in there so fast, rush the passer, get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. I love the replays of these things when you can really hone in on that one guy on the one side and you just watch him go to work.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Auburn! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
17.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give on the counter. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
The give to the tailback. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. 4th down coming up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. Quarterback on the keeper. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on 4th down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense has won, especially on 4th down, and you're going to be coming off the field.
And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Leaves it with the back. brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Gain of 9. Second down.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Just feeds the running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Bully ball on third and short. Breaks into the open. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he's stopped.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He's
going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Marshall, 17.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Sims. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. He wants to go deep. Snags it down the right side. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
At the 42-yard line. That's a first down and 1.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to throw on first down. He'll pull it down. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And they turn it into a defensive score. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20. Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Marshall quick to the line.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Oh, they're after him. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So here comes the Auburn offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys offensively.
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the touchdown Tigers. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by 7 over Tulane. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to the big tight end. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Nobody falling for the tomfoolery or the chicanery, and it'll be 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th. He's going for the big play. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you set the other team up for almost automatic points.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Running back searching for a hole. Got some room, headed to the goal And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
Marshall, 17.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, and you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole.
He's got it down the right side. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the middle. He's got the tight end. There he goes. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that. Put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And the extra point splits the upright. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun.
There he goes. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Marshall, 24.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's the pressure. He'll throw it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Marshall comes to the line facing 3rd and long. Unloads to the right. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Coming out with it, it's Sims. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Hand off from the shotgun. Open space at the 25. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. The run from the shotgun. And after the short run, the clock hits zeros, and we are all wrapped up here. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.